let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Exactly.
Hey, everybody, we're back here with Mr. Ben Stiller. Let's dive into Severance.
Okay.
All right. So, it's a series on Apple TV Plus. 14 Emmy nominations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Including Best Director for you. Congratulations. If this interview goes well, there might be some waffles in it for you.
Oh, sweet.
All right.
Waffle
People
party.
don't know what that means. Okay. Everybody I knew was like, have to watch this show. I was just a busy guy. They're like, it has to be the next thing. My daughter, the one I taught to drive, Dad, it's the greatest television show of all time. I'm so glad I finally watched it. I'm absolutely blown away by this show. About the strangeness of it, the tenderness of it. It's so funny at the same time. It's got this great social commentary about what our work-life balance should be and the sort of false family dynamics of corporations.
Yeah.
How did it come to you? What did you think when you first heard this idea?
Well, I got a script about 5 years ago that was a writing sample by Dan Erickson, who was a writer who was just trying to break in and get a job in show business. And I read it, and it was just, to me, it just jumped off the page. You know, it's kind of rooted in these workplace comedies like The Office or Office Space, or this comedy genre, I think, that's developed over the last 20 years or so, whatever, that we have, and this banter that, you know, Parks and Rec, that kind of vibe. But yet it's happening in a world where these people go to work, they have a chip implanted in their head. When they go to work, they don't know who they are on the outside. They don't remember anything about their life. When they leave work, they don't remember what happened at work. So they're like talking and kind of having this kind of workplace interaction, but then they don't know what they're doing, why they're there, or who they are. And that was interesting to me. And I thought, that's sort of like a weird metaphor for life. So,
did that resonate in your work at all? Because, I mean, certainly working in production can be completely obsessive.
Well, I think I'm lucky in that I love doing what I do. And I love to go to work, and it's, I enjoy it. Even it can be hard sometimes. I think it's, that thing of going to a job where you just don't connect with it at all, and you're having to spend hours and hours of your life in this, in this reality. That I think is really what Dan was tapping into. Because Dan worked at a door factory for years, and he had this idea when he was working at a door factory, and he's thinking, I hate working at a door factory. I
can imagine after a while you would hate doors.
Yeah, every time you have to just touch a knob. So anyway, he came up with this idea, and it just jumped off the page, and then it took a number of years to get it on the air. But I always felt it had a unique tone to it, and thought of Adam Scott right off the bat, that he would just be amazing as Mark, the main character.
And you were right.
Well, I mean, he's just incredible. He's so funny, and he has this other side to him, because he gets to play two sides of the character, the guy on the inside and the guy on the outside, and they're both in different places in their life.
Well, I wanted to say something that I hope is in any way meaningful to you, is that I remember watching Secret Life of Walter Mitty, your film from 2013. And it was a very interesting film. You had already had a tremendous career up till that, just absolutely brilliant work, which I'm a fan of. And then when I saw that, I thought, oh, this is really, and I could be totally wrong, well, this is about Ben. This is about Ben wanting that beautiful thing, or that perfect moment, or that sort of that expansion of their world. And with Escape at Dannemora and with this movie, you have done this extraordinary thing at this stage of your career to grow the palette of your work in such an extraordinary way that I watched Severance and I turned to Ev and I said, I'm so happy for him. Like the guy in Secret Life of Walter Mitty got that moment. You've grown so enormously, even though you were always so accomplished, that I can't help but be happy for an artist to find this new set of gears.
Wow. Thank you.
Is that meaningful? Do you feel that at all?
No, I don't connect with that at all, but no.
I mean, who am I to say that to Ben Stiller? But really, I'm so happy for you.
Look, the creative process is, I think, we're always trying to get closer to expressing ourselves and trying to find, who you are in the work that you do. So, weirdly, because I haven't been acting for a while, somehow by connecting with these different projects, the stories in them, I think, for me, are somehow more connected to my life experience or my, how I feel as a person. Mm-hmm. And also just things I want to watch, too, as an audience.
Thank you, man. That's very nice.
Oh, well,
thank you for being able to see all these things. Severance is on Apple TV+. It's Ben Stiller, everybody. We'll be right back with the star of the upcoming series, A League of Their Own, Darcy Carden.